I did, let's see here, like 2 or 3 times in AA. I think I was going on my third go in AAA. Couldn't get past the 260 mark, especially in AAA. Couldn't get the ball out of the infield. Honestly, I would put the ball on the ground and run. That's great up to a certain point, and then everybody gets really good, and the ground balls are out. I had just won a ring in the Arizona Fall League. I was the oldest dude in the Arizona Fall League. Won a ring there. It was in the 9-hole. And then I went to winter ball. It was the first time that I ever experienced like making money in the minor leagues. That was the first time that I ever experienced, big crowds and stuff. Had some success there, right? Another like 260s, like it's successful, but it's not enough to propel you, forward to the big league. So I came back. I was a little bit frustrated, man. And I was like, dude, I am 27 years old and I'm going to be in minor league spring training again. Like my dream isn't to be complacent. My dream isn't to be a good minor league player that doesn't hit below 250. You know what I mean? My dream is to be a big leaguer. I went to Carson and I said, dude, I need help. What can you do to help me? He printed out some data that wasn't from Blast and just said, dude, this is the graph of the stuff you're swinging at. This is your hard hit contact. You're swinging stuff out of the zone too much. You're not doing enough damage in the zone. And you're kind of taking like a downhill approach. You're swinging down to put the ball on the ground, right? I wanted to be safe. When I swung, I wanted to put the ball in play, right? I didn't want to swing to miss. That's kind of what I had in my head, man. I grew up being able to just put the ball on the ground and run. That's how I was always taught, right? So going into 2019 was really where my career changed. And so Tim Laker and JD were the big league hitting coach and the assistant big league hitting coach. They took me in the cage. Carson threw the blastmotion sensor on, and I downloaded the app. And he said, "Dude, I really do think you should buy in. I think you should buy into this. I think this could really help you." Not knowing any of the metrics, right? I was very hesitant. I was, the old school, no data, man. It's just going to complicate stuff. Man, I threw it on there and we immediately started like getting to work. So I touched on it earlier. We really wanted to focus on the on-plane efficiency. We really wanted to focus on the power. Right? I think you guys measure it in like kilowatts and stuff. I wasn't generating any force. I wasn't using my legs. The rotational acceleration, right, really wasn't doing much damage when I made contact. And the plane score. Dude, so those were the 4 metrics that I focused all of my attention on. I started going into battle with it in games, and it really just like opened my eyes to everything. And I think I had probably 5 home runs throughout my whole minor league career, and just in using the blast motion sensor for 2 months in spring training, like I hit 11 home runs that year. That I got an opportunity to get traded. I got to the big leagues and I was just blown away. I remember that there would be times right around like the halfway point, 2019, where, I'd start slumping a little bit. I'd start falling off. And, we would have a hitting coordinator in town, Salt Lake City, Utah, Salt Lake City Bees, man. And we would just throw the blast motion sensor back on. So for me, it was beneficial because I didn't need to necessarily rely on it throughout the whole entirety of the year. It was a supplement to my swing, right? So when I started being able to understand what the on-plane efficiency was, when I started to understand where I generated my power, what the rotational acceleration meant, I was able to then take that and implement it myself into my own swing and how I played. And dude, I'm getting goosebumps now talking about it. It empowered me to almost like play my own game as a better version of myself, if that makes sense. Like so grateful for Blast, for you guys, and kind of what you've done for the game, and just being able to kind of unlock some stuff, at least for the 9-hole hitters like myself, dude, kind of elevate my game and take it to the next level. It was unbelievable.
Created something that, there's a lot of value in, and we have all the organizations using it. That story that you told, man, that's what I live for. We are a tool in the toolbox to help you develop the entire thing. You've got a screwdriver in your toolbox, but you can't build a whole house with just a screwdriver. It takes a lot of stuff. So we are a quality tool that you absolutely need. Another metaphor that I really like is like, we're kind of like the weather app. We tell you what's going on. We're not going to tell you exactly what to wear. But if you've got a good idea of what it looks like outside, you can take the best version of yourself kind of into the game.